Hey guys, welcome for our blockchain bite session with IOTA today. It's great to see you guys here. So we'll be today exploring about IOTA and how IOTA works and the various use cases around IOTA. Before we start working on talking about IOTA and heading ahead with our session, I'll quickly like to introduce myself. I am Manav, one of the co-founders for Blockchain India. Uh,
Hi, I'm Akshay. I'm another co-founder of Blockchain India.
Yes. And just quickly telling you about what Blockchain India does for everyone who is new to our platform, who is new to our community and don't know about Blockchain India. So we are the largest blockchain crypto community in the country. We have more than 25,000 members pan India. We started this community 4 years back, where six of us came together and we started, learning and solving each other's doubts around blockchain. And it's been 4 years. In these 4 years, we have worked with and introduced all the major companies from around the world. We have worked with Consensus, Tezos, Algorand, Open Application Network, Stellar, um, R3 Corda, with Tech Mahindra. We have worked with them. We have, helped them see enter the Indian market. Our main aim with Blockchain India has always been to, promote the right knowledge and moving ahead and, making the ecosystem sustainable for the Indian entrepreneurs and developers so that, we can compete with the entrepreneurs and developers from across the globe, help provide them with the right kind of resources, help with anything that we can provide that. And our initiatives have always been around with these, keeping this in mind. Blockchain Bytes event is a meetup where we explore new concepts and platforms that keep coming up in this ecosystem, and sharing it that with the community members, with all of you. Recently we started with 100 days of code exercise, where it's to promote community initiative of learning and developing and encouraging more developers to come and learn to develop on blockchain. We have already finished with 60 days of that, and another 40 days we will be completing our first 100 days of code. We're starting another one in September, so if any one of you are interested, please do sign up for that, and we love to have you part of a second set of 100 days of code. The aim is to promote more developers to come and start developing on this amazing and revolutionary technology. We have also been working on the government side, helping them with understanding what all regulations and policies that can happen. So last year we did a crypto roadshow where we brought in all the community members together to understand what their viewpoints were with regarding what crypto regulation should be. The same thing that we discussed and we got to know from our various members, we compiled it in a form of report and we submitted to the government. If you guys want to read about it, you can go on to our website. That's www.blockchainindia.com, blockchain with an ed. It is quickly something, all our initiatives and all our activities are around keeping in mind to make sure the ecosystem in the country develops and we are able to empower more entrepreneurs, developers, and people working in this field and promote Web 3.0 in the country. I'll quickly ask Akshay, my co-founder here and who leads all the initiatives at Blockchain India, to introduce himself, and we'll take ahead from there.
Thanks, Manav. Welcome all of you. As Manav shared, I lead initiatives at Blockchain India and Blockhuman Studios with Manav. Anirudh's going to be speaking later as well. So he's going to be he's another co-founder of Blockchain India, and he'll share his two bits. Just to share, I think most of it has been covered by Manav, so I'll probably take an individual introduction this time. So uh, I'm so sort of interested in studying citizens science, broadly an open innovation enthusiast. So everything we do, or I particularly am involved in, has those ethos, right? So Blockchain India started with being about collaborative learning, right? And there's no barrier to coming in, there's no barrier to going out. So if you want to get involved, you can go to the website, share that you want to volunteer with us, or if there's any key particular area you want to work with. We have in the past have had people from colleges, from enterprises, from startups, from and even from the government, banks, all of them bring their own perspective Some of our advisors are from companies, or so for example, Ministry of Electronics and ID, the central ministry's technology body, the central government's technology body. We have an advisor from Mahindra Group. We have an advisor from IBM who is leading digital assets worldwide. So the idea is to keep this and a group where you can consume information, and we have particularly done this because we ourselves want to learn. So for today's session, we've been following IOTA's work for a while, and some of you might already have seen us do some things with them or share some of the information about initiatives they've been a part of or conducted in the last 2 years, right? So I mean, this is all about the collaborative learning, and so moving on, we're going to stick to those ethos, and additionally, I also represent Draper University in India, so which is entrepreneurship boot camp, kind of like a early stage incubator. So yeah, so I participated and studied into entrepreneurship there in 2015, and for about a year I've been representing them in India as well. So welcome you all. Thank you, Manav.
Thank you, Akshay. So before we move ahead, guys, for everyone who is new to the platform, during the sessions, whoever wants to ask a question can, on the right-hand side where we have the chat, you can see a raise a hand. So you can raise the hand to ask questions when we open it up for questions. Or there is also a chat where you can write questions. Just below the chat icon, you can see questions. So you can post your questions there, and I'll help the speakers, and they can answer all your questions there. And before we move ahead and start with the session, I'd like to thank all our partners for this event. That is Draper Startup House, Rise by Barclays, Streamfinder, and IOTA Evangelist Network for supporting this event and helping us organize this event. Thank you. We'll just take 2 minutes before we start with our first session. Thank you.